He did not shout. That was what terrified everyone. The Alpha King's voice was quiet, almost soft, but it cut through the ballroom like a blade. Get away from her. 100 guests froze mid-conversation. Musicians stopped playing. Servants dropped trays. Because that voice, that quiet, deadly voice, meant someone had crossed a line. And when the Alpha King spoke like that, people died. I stood in the center of it all, Lady Helena's hand still gripping my arm, her smile frozen, turning to ice, and the king walking toward us. Eyes cold, expression carved from stone, focused entirely on Helena's hand on my arm. "Your Majesty," Helena said, voice bright, false. "I was just speaking with—" "I said," the king repeated, each word precise, controlled. "Get away from her." Helena's hand dropped. She stepped back, and the king positioned himself between us, not touching me, but close enough to shield. "If I ever," he said quietly, "see you put your hands on her again, or speak to her with anything less than respect, you will leave this court, permanently. Do you understand?" The entire ballroom held its breath, waiting for Helena's response, wondering why the king was defending a nobody, a servant girl who did not belong at a royal ball. 4 weeks earlier. "My name is Sarah. I am Omega, 24 years old. A scribe in the royal archives. I copy documents, translate old texts, catalog historical records, invisible work in the depths of the palace. I never expected to meet the king. Kings do not visit archives, until he did. It was late evening. I was alone, translating a treaty from Old Mercian. The door opened. I assumed it was another scribe. "The southern section is closed for—" I looked up and froze. King Darian Blackwood stood in the doorway, tall, broad-shouldered, dark hair slightly disheveled, eyes tired. He looked human. Not the distant, untouchable king I had seen at ceremonies. Just a man, exhausted. "Forgive me," he said. "I did not realize anyone would still be working." I shot to my feet, curtsied awkwardly. "Your Majesty, I can leave—" "No, please, continue. I needed somewhere quiet." He moved to the window, looked out at the night. I stood awkwardly, not knowing if I should leave or stay or speak. "What are you working on?" he asked after a moment. "A treaty. From 300 years ago. Old Mercian." "That is a dead language?" "Yes, but the treaty established our eastern borders. Understanding the original text helps with current negotiations." He turned, looked at me with something like interest. "You speak Old Mercian?" "Read it, not speak. No one speaks it anymore." That is impressive." "Thank you, Your Majesty." He walked closer, looked at the text on my desk. "May I?" he asked, gesturing to the chair across from mine. "Of course." He sat, and for the next hour we talked about treaties, languages, history. He was sharp, knowledgeable, actually interested, and he listened when I spoke, really listened, like my words mattered. When he finally left, he paused at the door. "What is your name?" "Sarah, Your Majesty." "Sarah, thank you for the conversation. It was refreshing." And he was gone. The visits, he came back. 3 nights later, then a week after that. Always late, always looking exhausted, always asking if he could sit, stay, talk. I learned things about him. He loved history, strategy, philosophical debates. He hated court politics, the constant performance. He had been king for 8 years, since his father died. He was lonely. "Everyone wants something from me," he said one night. "Alliances, favors, power." "And you?" I asked. "What do you want?" He smiled, sad. "To have a conversation where I am not calculating every word, where someone speaks to me honestly." "I can do that," I said. "I know, that is why I keep coming back." After a month, it became routine. He would appear late evening. We would talk, about everything, about nothing. I forgot he was a king. He was just Darien. And somewhere along the way I fell in love with him. One night he brought wine. I thought, we have been having these conversations for 6 weeks. It feels wrong to keep it so formal. Your Majesty, I am a scribe. You are the king. Formal is... When we are alone, he interrupted. Call me Darien, please. That would not be appropriate. Sirrah, for 1 hour a night I get to be someone other than the king. That is the only time I feel human. Do not take that away. I looked at him. Really looked. Saw the exhaustion, the weight, the loneliness. All right, Darien. He smiled. Genuine. Relieved. Thank you. We drank wine, talked late into the night, and when he left, he paused. Sarah, I need to tell you something. What? These nights, these conversations, they are the best part of my day, the only part where I feel like myself. My heart raced. Mine too, I admitted. I am glad I am not alone in that. He left, but the air between us had changed. 2 weeks before the ball. He came to the archives, earlier than usual, pacing. Darien, what is wrong? I have to tell you something, and I do not know how. Fear shot through me. Are you stopping the visits? What? No, never. Unless you want me to. I do not. He stopped pacing, looked at me. I am in love with you. The world tilted. What? I know, I am the king. You are a scribe. This is impossible. But I cannot keep pretending I do not feel it. He crossed to me. You are the only person who sees me, who talks to me like I am just a man, and I have fallen completely in love with you. Darien, I am not asking for anything. I just needed you to know, because pretending became unbearable. I stood, faced him. I love you too. His expression transformed. Hope, joy, disbelief. You do? I have been in love with you for weeks. I just thought, you are the king. I am nobody. You are not nobody. You are everything. He cupped my face, gently. May I kiss you? Yes. He kissed me. Soft. Deep. Perfect. And when we pulled apart, he rested his forehead against mine. I want to court you. Properly. Publicly. The court will never accept. I do not care. I am done living for the court. I want to live for myself, for us. He announced it the next day, in council. I am courting someone, Sarah, from the archives. Silence. Absolute silence. Then chaos. A scribe? Your Majesty, surely. This is highly irregular. She has no family, no name, no... Enough. His voice cut through the noise. My decision is made. You will treat her with respect. That is not a request. The council fell silent, but I could see their faces. Disapproval, disgust, calculation. I had just become a target. The next week. It started immediately. Whispers in corridors. Gold digger. Social climber. She seduced him somehow. Servants who used to smile now looked away. Nobles who never noticed me now stared. Judged. Lady Helena was the worst. She had been pursuing the king for years. Beautiful. Connected. Everything a queen should be. And I had, in her mind, stolen what was hers. She cornered me in the library. You think he loves you? She smiled. Cold. He is using you. A distraction. When he tires of playing commoner, you will be discarded. That is not, you are nothing. No family, no name, no worth. Whatever spell you cast will break. She walked away, leaving me shaking. I did not tell Darien. He was already fighting for us. I did not want to make it worse. The ball Darien insisted I attend the midsummer ball. As my partner, publicly. Darien, I do not belong. You belong with me, and I want everyone to see that. So I went, wearing a gown he had commissioned, silver silk, feeling like an imposter. The ballroom was magnificent. Chandeliers, music, 100 guests in their finest clothes, all staring at me. Darien took my hand, led me into the room. Ignore them. he whispered. You are with me. That is all that matters. We danced. He introduced me to allies, kept me close. For an hour, it was almost bearable. Then Darien was called away. Border negotiation. Urgent. I will only be a moment, he said. Stay here. I will return. He kissed my hand and left. I was alone, in a room full of people who hated me. Helena found me within minutes. Sarah, how lovely you look, like you are playing dress-up. Other ladies gathered, smiling, predatory. Lady Helena, I said carefully, tell me, how does it feel, knowing you do not belong here? I am here because the king is bored. You are a novelty. Something different from the women who have been throwing themselves at him for years. She stepped closer. But novelty wears off, and when it does, you will be cast aside, back to the archives, or more likely, dismissed entirely. That is not true. Is it not? You have no power, no protection. The moment he tires of you, you are gone. She grabbed my arm, hard. So why not leave now, with dignity, before he humiliates you publicly? I tried to pull away. Her grip tightened. I am giving you advice. Take it. Leave tonight. Disappear. Save yourself. Get away from her. The voice cut through the ballroom. Quiet. Deadly. Everyone froze. The king stood at the edge of the room, eyes cold, expression carved from stone. The entire ballroom went silent. Musicians stopped mid-note. Conversations died. 100 guests watched, waiting. The king walked forward. Slowly, each step measured. His eyes never left Helena's hand on my arm. Your Majesty, Helena said, smile brittle. I said, the king repeated, voice soft, lethal. Get away from her. Helena dropped my arm like it burned, stepped back. The king positioned himself between us. Are you hurt? He asked me, not taking his eyes off Helena. No, I am fine. She grabbed you. It was nothing. It was not nothing. He turned to Helena. If I ever, he said quietly, see you put your hands on her again, or speak to her with anything less than respect, you will leave this court, permanently. Do you understand? Helena's face went white. Your Majesty, I did not mean, do. You. Understand? Yes. Yes, Your Majesty. He turned to address the entire ballroom. Let me be absolutely clear. Sarah is under my protection. Anyone who disrespects her disrespects me. Anyone who harms her answers to me personally. He looked around the room, making eye contact with every noble, every guest. She is important to me, more important than any of you, and if you cannot accept that, you are free to leave. Now. Silence. No one moved. Good. Then we understand each other. He turned to me, offered his hand. Sarah, dance with me. I took his hand, and he led me to the center of the ballroom. The musicians started playing again, hesitant at first, then stronger. Darien held me close. I am sorry, I whispered. I did not mean to cause. You caused nothing. They did this, and I will not tolerate it. You defended me in front of everyone. Of course I did. You are mine to defend. Darien, Sarah, I love you. That means protecting you. Always. Tears burned my eyes. I love you, too. He leaned close, whispered, let them watch. Let them see that you are not going anywhere, that I chose you, and I will keep choosing you. We danced, the entire court watching, and slowly conversations resumed, but different now, careful, respectful, because the king had drawn a line, and no one dared cross it. 3 months later, we married in the palace chapel. Grand ceremony. The entire court in attendance. No one dared object. Not after the ball. Not after the king made his position clear. I became queen, the scribe from the archives, the woman with no name, no family, but also the woman the king loved. That night in our chambers, Darien pulled me close. Do you remember? He asked. The ball? When you terrified everyone? Yes. He smiled. I was not trying to terrify. I was trying to protect. You did both. Good. I wanted them to understand that you are not to be touched, not to be harmed, that you are precious to me. I kissed him. I still cannot believe you did that. Stopped the entire ball for me. I would stop the world for you. That is dramatic. That is true. He held me tighter. You are the only person who sees me, who makes me feel human. I would do anything to protect that. To protect you. Even terrify an entire ballroom? Especially that. I smiled, rested my head against his chest. I love you, I said. I love you too. My brave queen who started as a scribe in the archives. Your only queen, I corrected. My only queen, he agreed. The one I chose. The one I will always choose. And I thought about that night. When Helena grabbed me. When the entire ballroom froze. When the king said those quiet, deadly words. Get away from her. Not shouting, not dramatic, just 3 words. Soft. Absolute. That changed everything, because sometimes the most powerful statements are the quietest ones. And the most terrifying thing is not anger, but calm, controlled, protection of someone you love. The end. Get away from her, the Alpha King said quietly, and 100 guests froze. Not because he shouted, but because that voice, quiet, deadly, absolute, meant someone had crossed a line. And when he spoke like that, defending what was his, kingdoms trembled. Sometimes the most powerful protection is the quietest. The most terrifying defense is the calmest. And the deepest love is shown not in grand gestures, but in the unwavering line drawn in the sand. Touch her, and answer to me. What moment touched you? The archive meetings? The confession? Helena's harassment? The quiet command? The ballroom freezing? The public defense? The dance? The wedding? Share your favorite. If this story moved you, like and subscribe for more tales of kings choosing scribes over nobles, quiet power that freezes rooms, fierce protection of the ones we love, and romances that defy every expectation.